whether it be earned or given. Okay.
The little one right there?
This one right here.
This one right there.
Lupinus texensis.
No flowers, that's lame.
Hey dude, it's not time. Alright, look. It's going to be really easy for you guys to tell. This thing is actually a really kind of a dark, bright green, but because of this pubescence that occurs on the foliage, we see it sort of taking on more of a silvery gray type color for the most part, especially on the edges there. That's where a lot of that pubescence occurs. Okay, 5 to 7 leaflets, so it is palmately compound. All right, one leaf here, but these are leaflets, so it's palmately compound. And then just like a lot of palmately compound leaves, we see that typically the leaf that is in the same plane as the actual petiole is typically a little bit larger than the rest of them. Okay. It grows as this sort of rosette of foliage. Technically, this could be considered a biennial, all right? But really and truly, we just use it as an annual. It grows as this little rosette of foliage. It typically germinates in the fall, and then by the springtime, it begins to sort of send up shoots like this right here, and it becomes less of a rosette and more of a bushy, I can't call it a bush really, but more bushy. And then eventually get up to 12 to 18 foot tall. 18 foot tall. 12 to 18 inches tall. That's right, everything's bigger in Texas.
That's what it
12 to 18 inches tall. So foot and a half tall eventually. And then obviously if you saw flowers, you'd never forget it. It's a sort of a spike of these blue flowers with either a white, a pink, or a red dot there on the center. They are pea-like flowers, and now there are forms that are white. Probably most popular around here, the maroon form that Dr. Jerry Parsons worked with and eventually developed. Truth be told, that maroon form, if it's allowed to stay out, eventually once it gets into the spring and into the summer, it fades to sort of a burnt orange. So it's kind of a two-edged sword. But at any rate, this is what you guys are going to see. It'll start blooming probably middle to end of this month and bloom for 2 to 3 weeks through mid-April or so. All right. Sometimes it's variable by year, but sometimes it sort of changes. Okay. Are there any questions on Bluebonnet?
Is it only